Well, hello and welcome to Robb's Cooking Show. Today, we're going to cook up something yummy for lunch. If you haven't thought about this, when you buy chicken from Costco, the baked chicken, if you're like me, which I don't know if you are or not, but I prefer the dark meat over the white meat. The white meat tends to be a little dry, and it's just dry when I eat it and dry when it goes down. And so I prefer to leave it for someone else to eat, the breast part. And if you ever go to a restaurant or to even the Winco and buy their chicken by the piece, you'll find out that the white meat is actually more expensive than the dark meat. But I just don't care for it. So one of the nice things that you can do to use it up so you don't have to throw it away is to make a sandwich out of the chicken. Now here we've already pre-ground the chicken up. My lovely wife did that yesterday, and she took the chicken breast and she put it into the little food chopper and chopped it all up nice and fine, like that. And we're going to use some of this, not all of this, we're going to use some of this to make a chicken sandwich today. So grab yourself a cup of coffee, sit back and relax, and enjoy the show. So as I said, we have some chicken, so we're going to put the chicken into a bowl, just any old bowl will do. I just happen to have a little bowl here. We're going to do some chicken in there, about what I think I can make for a sandwich. I'll make one sandwich today, and then if you don't put any mayonnaise in this, you can put it into the freezer, put it into a little baggie and freeze it, and then thaw it out for later. If you put mayonnaise in it, it's not a good idea because of salmonella, to put it into the freezer and then thaw it out again. The freezing part isn't bad, it's the thawing it out that can cause the salmonella to activate and cause you some very serious problems. So we're going to use about a cup of the ground chicken, and I like to make it kind of simple. So what we're doing is I'm just going to use some mayonnaise, and this is olive oil mayo, and mayonnaise may or may not be good for you, but that's what I use in my chicken salad. And then I'm using sweet relish. You can use dill relish if you want to, but I prefer sweet relish because I have a sweet tooth. And then we're just going to use some salt and pepper. So that's the ingredients. Oh, and then some butter of your choice to spread on the bread. And today I just happen to have whole wheat bread, and you can use whole wheat bread, you can use white bread, you can use a English muffin, whatever you want to use for bread. I just happen to have 2 slices of whole wheat bread laying around today, so we're going to use that. So in preparing the chicken salad, you want to start with, I call it chicken salad, it's a chicken spread. I'm going to start with the mayonnaise. I always start with mayonnaise, and there's no real definitive amount you put in. Some people like it dry, some people like it soupy. I like it just right. So we're going to put it in here. We're going to add what I think is enough to start. Let's grab a fork, and I'm just going to kind of mix up and around. That's probably about 3 tablespoons of mayo I've added to that. I just want it to have a little bit of a consistency to it. Same thing if you were making an egg salad sandwich, without the chicken, put the mayo in there. And that's about the consistency that I like it. Because you're going to find that when we put the sweet relish in there, it's going to water it down a little bit. So you don't want to make it too watery with the mayonnaise, because your relish will water it down, and then you will have a really soupy sandwich. Now you can get this out of here with a fork if you want to, if you don't want all of the juice I prefer a little juice. That's why I like to make it a little on the dry side with the mayo, because I do like a little bit of the juice in there. So I'm going to add 2 heaping teaspoonfuls of relish in there, sweet relish, and see how that looks. Add the relish and it smells delicious. And I'm going to add a little bit more because I don't think I got quite enough in there. About not quite as much of a rounded teaspoon. And that looks about right. Now, notice I was using the juice from it, so it is a little juicy. Now, I'm going to add a little bit of salt. And that's about 1/4 teaspoon of salt right there. We use that. And then we sprinkle with a little bit of pepper, black pepper. And you can do that to your liking. You could add some garlic salt to it or garlic powder. You could, oh gosh, you could probably put an egg in there. I don't have any boiled eggs, so I'm not going to put any in there. And then we're going to put some butter in here. Oh, it's okay, I don't need it right now. It'd be too late to do it. She was just telling me, my wife was just telling me that she could boil an egg, but it's a little late for this sandwich now. Maybe for another sandwich. I don't like eggs in my salad though, my sandwich. And we butter that. I like to butter the bread. It just gives it a little bit more flavor and adds a little bit of texture. Takes a little bit of the dryness out. Also keeps the bread from becoming soggy. The butter kind of puts a layer and it keeps the bread from becoming very soggy. So now you'll see in a minute here why I only made that much in it, because I actually have enough, just that little amount of chicken that I used. By the time you add the rest of the ingredients, I have enough here for 2. And there's what it looks like. Sorry about the lighting. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay. So I put about that much mayo or about that much sandwich spread on there. It's not overly stacked up. Gotta remember when you put this together and you start to take a bite, it's gonna go psst, and I'm not making a 1/4 pounder. So I also, like my brother Dan, like to cut my bread diagonally. And trust me on this, will you? It changes the whole taste of the sandwich. It's probably psychological, but it does. And it's also easier to eat, I think, to be able to put the corner into your mouth and take a bite. Because if you just cut it in half, you put the sandwich up there, and then you get all this ketchup or all of the mayonnaise all over the corners of your mouth, and so it just doesn't make it quite as neat to eat. Neat to eat. All right, that is it. That's all there is to it. It's a simple, fast sandwich to make. Probably the what takes the longest is chopping up the chicken. Other than that, easy peasy. You've got yourself a great chicken sandwich for your lunch. Let's see how it tastes. This is good. A good thing I made enough for another sandwich, because I might have to make 2. Thanks for watching.